What's up, guys? Ren here. I've been in crypto for the past 5 years, and I've made videos in the past, but the game has changed. As the crypto space encounters problems, there's opportunist people that come and they try to solve these problems. And you know what? By solving some problems, they create more. So there has been changes, and I have helped a lot of people in the past with how to find good coins, how to get rich, and I know for sure I've made plenty of people hundreds of thousands of dollars, and I can show you guys how to do it too. Even in 2026, there's a lot of money to be made. People are never going to leave crypto because it is the biggest money laundering uh, tool that is out there right now. It is the biggest decentralized money tool that's out there, and there's just no way it's ever going to go away unless the internet just goes off. So, without further ado, I'm going to teach you guys how to solve problems in 2026, how to still make money with these coins in 2026. Now, a lot of these people that are out here that are preaching to be KOLs, influencers, or whatever term that they're coming up with, these guys are just all hype. They try to get you to buy into a coin, and obviously it's rigged from the beginning, and they're just there to sell. So I'm going to teach you how to look at narratives. Guys, I'm going to teach you how to find really good communities and team leaders, and obviously how to know if a coin has staying power. So I'm going to show you guys what all this means, and let's dive in. Okay, guys. So as you can see, recently, about September 20, 24, 23rd, whatever, was about your all-time high uh, for Solana. Well, not necessarily all-time high, but it was near its highs yeah, just a few months back. And obviously, we started hitting around October 11. You see this huge dip. Obviously, you had some major players exit. There was a lot of things that happened behind the scenes, especially with Binance, that we are suspecting, and that news still has yet to be released. So I just want to let you guys know the market is not dead, but it always hits these speed bumps and it comes up and down. It fluctuates. And obviously, you have the sheep that always follow the sentiment of the price action and they're like, oh, it's going up. We're all going to make it. Or and it's going down. You got the same people saying, oh, it's all over. So obviously, crypto is not going anywhere. But let's just move into meme coins, guys. Obviously, basics. If you don't know this by now, there's a lot of tutorials out there. Download Phantom Wallet. Download a Solana wallet. You can do this on your phone. It's really easy. They have an app for it generally everywhere, and you just load it with Solana, right? It looks like this guy right here in the corner. It's got a little ghost on it. I'll put a little picture up for you guys. Anyways, what you want to do is you want to look for things that are short term, like good, like that have R&R that's really good, right? Risk and return. And then you want to look for things that are long-term plays. So I'm going to give you an example of two and why I picked them. So let's go with short-term. Short-term, for example, WTF, right? This is a $29,000 market cap coin. That means 100% of the tokens, 100% of the tokens that are out there. And you can see for yourself, if you were to go to the holders and you were to see, this is a bonding curve. This is still in pump fund. And a lot of people, they like to say, oh, it's on this launch pad. Launch pads do not matter. Okay. I just want to make it clear with you. There will be PvP. Okay. What that means is player versus player. PvP is when multiple people try to make the same ticker, right? So if other people were to see WTF and they're like, oh my God, I want to make another coin like that and see if we could pump better than them. So they'll make the same coin and the same image and whatever, and they'll try to go against us. That's PvP. And this can be PvP. Short-term plays like this can be PvP because they don't have IP rights. They don't have anything particular that stand out for it. But the reason why I would say this is a good play short-term is because there is a coin right now called LOL that is at 10 million market cap. So if you were to do the math right now, that's close to 1,000x if you were to even get this to the 10 million market cap point, because you got to think 29k to 290k is 10x, and then 290k to 29k to 2.9 mil is 100x. So from right here, you have a decent 100x potential, and that's still hitting a third of where the LOL coin is. So that's why we think this is a good short-term play, a good way to make some money, and there's going to be people that hop in and truly take it serious. This is where you want to, if you have money, if you have like 4 or 5 grand and to play with, okay, this isn't like your whole stack, to play with. This is where some people will take this and they will buy up a good amount of supply here over the course of a day or so, just kind of keeping it low key, and then it's going to squeeze on its own. This is what some people do, and they don't connect the wallets. They do this in a fancy way to not connect the wallets. So this is a good way to make a decent bag if you know what you're doing and you have a good community. And I want to get into communities later, but just want to show you what a short-term play looks like with metas. Okay, Corey. This is what we consider a long-term play. And I say this because this has IP rights. Okay, this has a lot of things that it already has going for it. It is the only dog in the world to have a billion views. The only animal actually to have a billion views. We looked this up. It's followed by Instagram, and that's a pretty crazy feat. No other meme coin has this because Instagram has 700 million followers and they only follow about 200 people right now. And one of those is Corey. And the cool thing about this is Corey literally has the CA in the bio on both TikTok and Instagram. So this is pretty much an amazing coin. And you have this narrative that is just never going away. So for it to be at 1 million market cap is actually crazy. So what I like to do is I like to play the short-term plays, right? And then we make our money and then we rotate and we buy percentages of this as much as we can here at these levels. So if you're seeing this video very early, you have a chance to front run me right now because I've got a couple percent myself in my public wallet, but I'm definitely looking to buy more here very, very soon. So you guys can, I'm going to do a day chart on this one so you can see the potential. Once again, this was when the market was great, everything was going good, and then October 10th hit, boom, and then it just was. Even then, it still stayed really strong. But obviously, you have inner personal things that happen with the team, that happen with like internal, right? Nothing wrong with the coin, nothing wrong with the owner. The owner's still on board, right? The whole ecosystem and the whole like structure, the foundation is still great, right? But the thing is sometimes you get the internal team, you have people that had a little bit more tokens than they should have, just unload, 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 and you get that loss of hope. And the thing against some of these coins too is liquidity, right? If this wasn't a long-term play, liquidity would actually play a harder part here because liquidity makes it easy, like harder for it to go up or down the thicker it is. So the more liquidity that's in a coin, it can be helpful for to push the coin back up because it takes more money now to fight up. While the opposite is also true. If you were to have less liquidity, yeah, sure, you can pump the price more, but at the same time, it could dump quicker too if there's some larger sales that come in. That's basically the long story short on these. Obviously, if you're seeing these kinds of coins that are trending right now, I think just obviously ignore them because they can be bought. You see this one has ads, has 30, 100, all these fresh coins. Like fresh coins that just get listed have a trend, like a better trending. Like look at every single one is paid for. And anything with a lightning bolt is paid for. Honestly, the X screener is a mess. So you just use this to already look at coins you're looking at. Don't use this to find coins. That is the alpha right there. I made way more money than any of these calls. Like I said, a lot of these guys out here are scamming to make money. With me, I'm making money organically from the trenches, right from the roots. And I want you guys to do it too. I want you guys to win. Now, let's dive into community. Okay, guys, so we're in the community. Telegram is where you're going to have a majority of your community. Obviously, you want to make sure that you guys are raiding. Like I have the short-term community right now here, and you can see that there's raids recently. This was just a few, like 10, 15 minutes ago that this was happening. So they're still pretty active in here. Corey, long-term play, right? This is the main community, and yeah, there is going to be not as active because this is an 11th month old coin, right? This thing's 11 months old, almost a year. But obviously, you can see there's still steady buys on a daily basis. People are buying these dips. Now, obviously, I'm part of the team on Corey as well because I've been in it so long. I've invested a lot of money and I've made a lot of money with it. But I wanted to show you guys what the whale chat looks like. So for 2 million tokens, you can actually get into the whale chat. But we are actually building some crazy stuff right now, protocols. I'm sure you guys are going to go and pause this video, and see who's talking. But this is a crazy whale chat. We got people here that are buying, that are super convicted, that are here from the beginning. This is the type of people that you want to see in a coin and that you see are like, wow, these guys aren't going anywhere. These guys are going to win, and they're not going to let anybody tell them otherwise. Now, that's the kind of thing you want to see because when you have the chart looking the way it does sometimes, and I'm going to show you guys once again, you can look at this chart. Sometimes the chart can be very misleading because you see this very like red candle that most people would say is dead. But how many charts have you seen in the past that have went sideways like this and they've hit this pressure point, right? They hit this squeeze point, and that is what we want to look for. And I'm going to show you what a squeeze point is. On all these charts, they have squeeze points. That's where the liquidity is thin enough to where every buy just gets like exponentially more price impacted. So like right here, for example, when it started to get some bigger buys, right? Like then it was like a few $1,000s would pop it up, a couple hundred, then you need to get like 10 grand, 20 grand, and then boom, boom, boom. And then people are aping heavy. That's what we're going to start to see eventually here as well as things start to curve up in the market. And then, yes, it will do it again. And I think it will go way higher, because this is, once again, the only coin in the world, to have Instagram following it, to have 1 billion views on TikTok, to have everything that it has going for it. So ideally, I really think this is the one to accumulate, guys. So yeah, if you want to do it yourself, this is how I have perspective here. Because IP rights, it's not going to be PvP. Because it has so much achievements going for it, it's only going to stack in value. So that's how I see these things. That's how I view these coins. And I just wanted to, let you guys know in 2026, this is how you have to be thinking. Hey guys, well, I really hope you enjoyed this video. At the end of the day, all this money stuff we don't take with us in death. So I pray for all of you and all your souls, and that you turn to Jesus Christ, because it is the way, the truth, and the life. But at the end of the day, you need to make some money for sure, for your family, for whatever needs you need it for. So I pray that you take this advice with, full sincerity, that I am telling you the truth on all this, that I would not lie to you. There was no gain for me to lie to you here. I'm not trying to get you to follow me for all these plays or whatever. I'm not trying to get you for the next 100x's. These are the only 2 plays that I'm watching right now, and obviously the WTF is a short-term play. If you're watching this like 2 months later and you go look at the chart right now, it may or may not be good. That's for sure. But I guarantee you the Corey one is going to be the one that's way higher. So love you guys, and praying for your success. See you later.